back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be filming my November TBR. I'm going to be telling you about all the books that I want to read in the month of November. I haven't done a TBR video for the past couple of months, but I have been making TBRs and mostly not sticking to them, but that's okay. Also, I'm sorry that there was no upload last week. I think it was. I actually had to go to the emergency room, which was super fun. I was there for 7 hours and had to have emergency surgery, which was great. So I've got like bruises everywhere, if you can see, and like holes everywhere from all like the IV drips and stuff, and I kind of look like a drug addict, but I promise I'm not. I'm fine. But yeah, so we're all good now. And yeah, so I haven't had the time to film or edit or anything. So yeah, I'm filming this video and hopefully I can get it up today for you guys. And yeah, so I'm going to be telling you all the books that I want to read in November. It's a hopeful TBR, but hopefully I can stick to it. Okay, future Shantelle coming in here real quick to talk about today's sponsor. We have a sponsor for this video and I'm actually working with the Oodie again. So thank you so much to the Oodie for sponsoring this video. They sent me another Oodie and I am so excited to be working with them today. And if you want to get $35 off your very own Oodie, you can use my discount code Shantelle M, I believe it is. I'll put it on the screen, but I believe it's Shantelle M. And yeah, I'm super excited to be working with them again. Oodies are literally some of my favorite things. I love them. They're so comfy and cozy and just the best thing to cuddle up with and read in the winter time, and they just keep you so incredibly warm. Like, look how fluffy and soft this material is. I got the chicken nugget and chips one this time because I thought it was so cute. So I just got some chicken nuggets. They're singing, they're vibing, little Chips brushing his hair in the little sauce pool, and it's the cutest thing ever. The color is stunning. They have so many fun, cute patterns to choose from. You can get Disney, Harry Potter, Marvel, Star Wars, so many endless patterns, and they have so many food ones like pizza, avocados. You can get like animals, like all the fun things, and they also have kid sizes as well, so you can get the big size like this one here, or you can get the mini size that's for a child. They also have loungewear and weighted blankets and socks and stuff like that, but I will put the camera back so you guys can see the full thing. So this is what she looks like. It's super ginormous, doesn't even fit in the frame, has this big ass pocket and all the cute little chicken nuggets and chips on it, and I'm obsessed. It also has a hood, of course, and it just keeps you the warmest in the winter and like colder months, and it's my favorite thing ever. Thank you so much again to the Oodie for sponsoring this video. And like I said, if you want to get $35 off, use my discount code Shantelle M. And yeah, let's just get into my TBR for the month. So the first one is Indigo Ridge and Juniper Hill by Devney Perry. I want to start this series. Everyone raves about it, and I've read a couple books by Devney Perry. I've read The Birthday List and Letters to Molly. I didn't like Letters to Molly. I DNF'd it. I think I was in a reading slump, and I want to try again with that book because I really did enjoy The Birthday List and I like her writing, and she doesn't do like the third act breakup, which is great. So yeah, I want to read Indigo Ridge and Juniper Hill for the month. I know there was a third one, but I've just put the first two on my TBR for this month, and hopefully I can get to those. I believe the first one's like a mystery type of vibe. She's like a cop and then something happens and she falls in love with this guy in a small town. And then the second book is a single mom trope. Love that. And she moves to the town and falls in love with the chef, I believe. But yeah, I'm super intrigued about this series. Really want to read it. I love a good small town romance. So they're the first two books that I want to read in the month of November. And then I also want to read In Your Dreams, Hot on Roads, which by Stephanie Archer, I believe her name is. I read The Wrong Mr. Right a couple months ago. Really enjoyed it. Liked the writing style, loved the characters and everything like that. And I believe you see Holden in that book, and then he's getting his own book, and that one actually comes out at the end of October, but I'll probably read it in November, and so I really want to read that one. It sounds really good. I believe it's Enemies to Lovers. I don't really know a ton about it, but I'm super excited to read that one. And then the last one I do not own the physical copy of yet, and that is King of Wrath by Anna Huang. one of my most anticipated releases for the year. You guys know I love the Twisted series by her, and it's like one of my favorite series of all time. And then she wrote King of Wrath, which is going to be, it's the start of another series. They're going to be 7 books, I believe, like follows the 7 like deadly sins, arranged marriage, and you see these characters in Twisted Lies, and I am super intrigued, and I've seen so many quotes from it, and it's out like everywhere else except Australia. It comes out in Australia on the 29th of November, unfortunately, which is really annoying. Or you can buy it on Kindle, because I took it off Kindle Unlimited, but you can buy it on your Kindle, but it's like $13 and the paperback's $12, and I'm like, I may as well just wait for the paperback to come out, because there's no point buying the Kindle version and the paperback version. I'm just gonna spend $24, $25 for no reason. So I'm just gonna wait, but I'm really excited. You guys know I don't really like the arranged marriage trope, but I'm hopeful for this one because I really like her writing, so I think it'll be good. The first one is The Inheritance Games. I really want to start this series this month, and maybe I'll read more than the first book if it like hooks me, but I've only put the first book on my TBR just because I didn't want to put all 3 of them, but I just put the first book. I own all 3 of them, and I want to film reading vlogs for these, so I thought that I would read at least the first one this month. I believe they end on cliffhangers, so yeah, but I've heard a lot of good things. It's a love triangle, mystery romance type of vibes. I believe she inherits all this money from this random guy that she doesn't know, and they're trying to like figure out why, and it's kind of like an escape room, I've heard, like escape room vibes, where they've tried to like figure out all these, they've got all these clues to like figure out like what the whole thing is, and there are 2 love interests, like I said, love triangle, and yeah, I'm really excited to start the series because everyone raves about it. It's YA, and I've heard so many good things, so I really want to read this one, and yeah. The next book is one that I don't want to read, but I do want to read. It's the last official book in the Addicted Cowboy Sisters series, Long Way Down by Chris and Rebecca Ritchie, Rack and Daisy's final book. You guys know this series holds a special place in my heart. I love this series, I love these characters, and I don't want it to end. I know I still have some kind of perfect, but, and like obviously there's the Like Us series, which is the spin-off, and there's like the Bad Reputation duet, but like this is like the final book about Rack and Daisy, and I'm just like, I don't want to read it. It's also quite chunky, but I tend to fly through these books because I just like get gripped by the characters and I just love it, and apparently Rack and Daisy go through a shit ton in this book, so I'm hesitant, but I really want to try and read it this month, if not next month, because I want to try and finish the series by the end of the year. Even though I don't want it to be over, but like I do want to finish it, but I don't. Can't wait to read it, but also can, so we'll see if I read it this month. Then we have a book that was on my TBR last month that I didn't get around to reading. I don't even know why. I think there was just so many new releases that came out in the month of October that I was just like, I didn't have time to read anything that was already on my TBR, and that book is Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. I really want to read it. I've heard stunning, amazing things, and I have read so many quotes and it just sounds so good, and I can't wait to read it. It's also in first person. Obviously Ali Hazelwood is the author of The Love Hypothesis, and she just announced a new book, Love the Theoretically, I think it's called, and the cover reveal was the other day and it looks so pretty, and I'm so excited for that book too. So yeah, that's obviously everything that's coming out from next year, but yeah, I cannot wait to read this one. Then we have another book that's been on my TBR for the past couple of months, and that is Layla by Colleen Hoover. I was gonna read this in October because like spooky season vibes, but I just didn't get around to it because I was reading so many other things, and I read It Starts With Us, and I don't even know, I just didn't have time, but I really want to read this book. It's like a paranormal thriller type of vibe, kind of Verity vibes, but in the sense that she's like stepping out of her romance genre. So I'm super intrigued by this, and I've heard it's crazy. It's also, I believe, told in the guy's POV, which is interesting. And like the first sentence of this book, I feel like Colleen always gets you with the first sentence. Like the first sentence of this book is literally, I placed 2 layers of duct tape over Layla's mouth before I came down the stairs, but I can still hear her muffled scream as the detective takes a seat at the table. Like, does that not hook you and be like, what the heck? Why is he like duct taping his like girlfriend? Like, I don't know. But yeah, I've heard amazing things, so I cannot wait to read this one, and I really want to get it read this month. Then we have another book that's been on my TBR, every TBR video I think I've done, and I need to read this book by the end of the year. Like, I have to. And you guys can probably already tell what it is, but that is Red, White and Royal Blue by Casey McQuestion. I still have not read this. I still have not read it, and I don't know why. I mean, like, I just keep like not reaching for it, and I really want to read it. It's male romance. I don't know if it's YA. I've heard some people say it's YA, some people say it's adult, but I don't know. Lovers, fake dating, royal romance, and I need to read it. Everyone loves it, everyone raves about it. Obviously it's becoming a movie. Definitely need to read it before the movie comes out. I'll get there, I will. I really want to try and read it this month. We'll see. Yell at me in the comments to read it this month because I need to read it. Then the next book that I want to read this month is Darling Venom. This one I've owned for a little bit. I've been putting off reading it because it is a sad book, I believe. I've also heard it's really, really spicy. Best friend's brother and deals with a lot of triggering things, I believe. Suicide, self-harm, things like that, depression. But the cover of this book is literally stunning, and even like the inside of it is gorgeous. And one of you guys actually commented on my, I think it was my physical TBR video, and said that like this book is so good, like I need to read it. So I put it on my TBR for this month. I really want to get around to it. Like I said, I've heard amazing things and I really want to read it this month because it sounds really good. Sounds a little bit sad, but I believe it has a happy ending. So yeah, definitely want to try and get this one read this month. But obviously I put things on my TBR and I don't end up reading them, and sometimes I do and sometimes I don't, so we'll see. But I really want to try and read this. And the last book on my TBR for the month of November is one that I only recently got, but I've heard such good things about on TikTok and stuff like that, and everyone's raving about this book at the moment, and that is Part of Your World by Abby Jimison. Not too sure. But I've heard really good things, and I've read some quotes from this, and it sounds really good. I don't actually know a ton about what it's about, but I believe it's surprisingly sad. But I think it's like a happy ending, but it has like some deep shit in it because I believe this author writes a lot of rom-coms, and she writes pretty good rom-coms. So I'm assuming this is like a similar vibe but has a little bit more depth to the characters. Oh, okay, he's a carpenter. You know, I only just recently learned, I'm going to sound so dumb, but I only just recently learned that a carpenter doesn't actually have anything to do with carpet. Why is it called a carpenter then? Random thought with me. Why are you called a carpenter if you don't actually like lay carpet or have anything to do with carpet at all? Makes no sense, but I only just recently learned that. It sounded really interesting and I really want to read it, so I know like nothing about this book, but I've heard really good things. Like I said, you guys are raving about it on TikTok, and I really want to read it this month, so we'll see. But like I said, do I ever sneak my TBR? I don't know. Yeah, that is all the books that I want to read in the month of November. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what's on your TBR for the month. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!